Today we are going to start a new chapter, decimal. But before that, let's revise numbers. Starting from the right, we know the first place is ones place, then it comes tens place, then hundreds, thousands, and so on. But what will happen if we move further right to the ones place? What is this? So, the value of this place further decreases to its 1/10, represented as 1 upon 10. 1/10 means when 1 is divided into 10 equal parts, it is known as 1/10 and is represented as 1 upon 10. We can write 1 upon 10 as 0.1. Now this is called the decimal representation. This point that we have put here, this is known as decimal point, and in reading we read it as 0.1. Similarly, we can write 2 by 10 as 0.2, 5 upon 10 as 0.5. Now what we have to see here is when we have 1 0 in the denominator, that means after this decimal point there should be only one number, and that number will be the numerator. Similarly, the case of 2 by 10, there is only 1 0 in the denominator, so after the decimal point there should be only one number, that is numerator. If there were 2 zeros, then after the decimal point it is necessary to have two numbers, but here it is 1, so we are having 1. Similarly, 5 by 10, there is 1 0 in the denominator, so after decimal point we have only one digit. So from this we understood that when we will move further towards right from the ones place, we get the next position as 1/10, or it is also known as simply 10th position. Now we know that when we will move from ones place further right, this place is known as 10th place, or and is represented as 0.1. It depends which number comes here, the one will be replaced by that number. Now the next position, as you can see, when we will move the next position from 10th place is 100th place. Similarly, the next position after 10th place is 100th place. What is this 100th place now? When 1 is divided into 100 parts, the one part is known as 1/100th and is represented as 1 upon 100. Just like 1/10 means the one part out of 10 parts and is represented as 1 by 10, 1/100th means one part out of 100 parts and it is represented as 1 by 100. Now when we will move towards the decimal form, the decimal form of 1 by 100 will be 0.01. Now you must be thinking why it is 0.01. See students, as I told you before also, the number of zeros in the denominator decides how many numbers will be here. As you can see, there are 2 zeros in the denominator. That means after decimal point we should have two numbers. Okay. Also, one very important thing in decimal point, when we are writing numbers in decimal form like 0.2, then adding zeros after 2 does not have any value. Adding zeros after 2 does not have any value. That means 0.2 is equal to 0.20 or 0.200 or 0.2000 and so on. It is equal. That's why if we have to make two digits before after decimal point, we add 0 before 2, just like we did it in this case. Here there were two zeros, so we must have two digits after the decimal point. So numerator is 1 and we added one zero before 1 to make it two digits. Similarly, 2 by 100 will be written as 0.02. Why? Because again there are two zeros, so we need to have two digits after decimal point. We cannot add 0 after 2 because it has no value. That's why we will add 0 before 2. Now let's see another number like 5 by 100. So it will be again 0.05. Now if a number is a two digit number, for example 11 upon 100, so 11 upon 100 will be simply 0.11. Now we have not added any 0 before 11. Why? Because 11 is itself a two digit number. Here are two zeros, we need to have two digits after decimal point, and so one is this and one is this. 11 is a two digit number, so we will not any 0 before it. So from this we get to know that this place after 10th place is known as 100th place or 0.01. Now let's revise what we have learned till now. We know that starting from the right, the first place is ones place, then tens place, hundreds place, thousands place, and so on. Also we have learned when we will move further right from ones place, the first place we will be having is 10th place, that is 0.1 represented at 0.1. Then next is 100th place 0.01. Similarly the next will be our thousands place and it will be represented as 0.001. As we have three zeros in thousand, that's why here after decimal we have three numbers, that is 001, and this series will go on as we move further. So this was the place value system for the decimals. Now let's learn how to read decimal numbers. For example, you have a number with only 10th place, then we will read it as 4.2. Okay, 4.2. Here 2 is at 10th place. The next, if we have 100th place also, then we will read it as 4.23. Remember students, after decimal we will not read it in continuation form like 23, 33, 43. No, it will always be read at single digits. So it will be 4.23, not 23. 23 is wrong. 4.23. Similarly, if we have a number with thousands place also, like 4.485, then it will be read as 4.485. Doesn't matter how many digits you have after decimal, you will always have to read it as single digits, like 4.485, not 485. No, it's not like that, it's wrong. It will be 4.485, 4.23, 4.2, and so on. So that's all for today. Rest we will learn in our next video. Thank you.